believe. Not quite. Hold on here. Always takes a couple minutes for this thing to kick in. You got to wait until it completely goes to all the different platforms. Just one more. Come on, Twitch. There we are. Now we're going. You guys, it's Monday Night Football, and we're already into the second quarter, but we're going to plan to do some live wagering. We'll probably go into the second half. My name is Nick Parsons. This is the Insider's Room Monday Night Football live wagering stream. My 10-2 record will be on the line here. So yeah, without further ado, let's bring in AM Plus Money and Dan Kaiser. Dan Kaiser is from Picks and Parlays and covers experts, and AM Plus Money is from odds.com. Gentlemen, how are you?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing great. So, what jumps off the page now that Baltimore has pulled, it's just scored another touchdown here, so it's definitely appearing as if this over, I think that you posted in our Discord, AM, that you had the over?
Yes, I'm on the over because, look, Lamar Jackson's been amazing this year. I think Kansas is going to win the game. I'm on Kansas money line as well, just because Mahomes, they're still the Super Bowl champions. I thought they got a little bit disrespected by not being favored in this game. Not to mention the fact that they have so many more weapons. When you look at the Ravens offense, it's like a different guy scoring a touchdown every single game. It's very spread out, but it's like they don't really have a guy, whereas the Kansas City offense just has so many talented weapons that Mahomes can use. Both quarterbacks are so dynamic. And when you look at the defenses this year, like the league average is above 300 yards per game. And that's so if you're just averaging on defense, allowing 300 yards per game, that's good. And that's not really that good. You want to be somewhere in the lower 200s. But yeah, that's definitely a factor. I just think defense has been so awful this year. And it comes from the practices, I guess, not being able to have as many practices, the no preseason. You never really got to see what second stringers maybe would have had a little more talent than the starters you picked out. So it's interesting. But yeah, I'm definitely liking the over right now. That was an interesting 93-yard return by the Ravens. First kick return of the season.
Dan, you had a big day yesterday, didn't you? And you're doing well so far in the NFL this year?
Yeah, I think 4-2 yesterday, so that puts me at 16-7 for the year. So yeah, things are going well there. Except for the Vegas contest.
Well, it's always difficult when you're having to juggle the two picks like that, or the two sets of picks like that and everything. So yeah, no, I agree. I'm in the same boat as you with that.
Yeah. Yesterday was not a good day. I can't believe AM, you're rocking the Cardinals gear after yesterday's showing.
Hey, I said it myself that the Lions were going to beat them. They always go into Arizona and roll over them. That's nothing new. They love to just beat up on the Cardinals. So
what's up, Greg?
Okay, we're still 2-1.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Greg?
Yeah.
How was the player props for you the last couple of days there, Greg? I know that the last football game we did, you did quite well with those.
Yeah, NFL's only been my good sport. I've been doing well in the player props. I hit Cooper Kupp yesterday. Allen Robinson scored a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good overall. I like, as you already know, I love this running back for Kansas City.
So exciting baseball coming up too, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to talk about NHL tonight too, right? You got the last game of the Stanley Cups too.
Well, it's not the last, potentially.
Potentially the last.
Maybe the last.
I've done really well with my NHL picks this year. I mean, since the restart. And just these last couple I haven't bothered playing. I was kicking myself today, too. I was all going to be on that over, correlate that play on the Liverpool, and then for some reason, something got in my head, and I went the other way, and so that was a big disappointment. But I'm hoping to turn this around tonight on this KC-Baltimore game. I'm thinking that if they score a couple more touchdowns here, then I'm thinking under second half, possibly. But yeah, the baseball coming up here, Dan. Let's hear your thoughts on the baseball. What are your thoughts just about anything, any series, anything about? So do you know anything about it? So the first series is played at the home team, but then all subsequent series moving forward will be played in a bubble format.
Right.
So, and also there's no days off in between games.
Right.
It's just 1, 2, 3. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that really sort of puts the onus onto these starting pitchers, obviously. But yeah, does anything else? What stands out to you then? Anything?
I just think pitching is going to be key. So you got to look at the Indians. You got to look at the Indians. I mean, the A's have got a great bullpen this year. They've been really good at pitching.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably stay away from the Cubs because they're outside of Hendricks and Darvish, their pitching suspect, and their bullpen's not that great.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Everything's going to be. I mean, I think the first game of the series is going to kind of be key because you don't want to get blown out and have to waste your pens. Or maybe if you are getting blown out, then you're going to just leave your starter in there and let him go until his arm falls off. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's like everything this year. It's just all new formats and just different things you have to get used to and try to figure out as you go.
Well, one thing is that these starting pitchers are in mid-season form. I mean, it's only been 60 games. You know what I mean? They're not even at a normal regular mid-season. So they come in now to this throwing darts. You know what I mean? These starting pitchers. So there's that to keep in mind. There was a couple other things that I just slipping my mind here for a second that I was going to bring up, but also, one series which I just did a preview for odds.com was on the Cincinnati-Atlanta series. Now, I think that Cincinnati offers really good value in that series to upset the Braves. And I have a number of really strong reasons behind that. Number one being that they have exceptional starting pitching, their first 3 pitchers. Now, of course, you might not need 3 pitchers. You might win in 2 games, but they have a really super strong starting rotation. They also have a super strong bullpen. Now, these pitchers and the bullpen for Cincinnati wasn't good at the beginning of the year. But arguably coming in to the playoffs, the Reds are like the hottest team in the entire league. They went 11-2 in their final 13 games. They won 5 series in a row. That bullpen, those starting pitchers, and their hitting lineup all were just huge in the final stretch there. Now Atlanta is totally injured. They managed to win their division, but it wasn't easy. And, they lost a bunch of starting pitching. They also have injuries. Freddie Freeman is dinged up. There's a couple other injuries there. In that odds article, which hasn't been released yet, but which will be tomorrow morning, I'm calling for the upset in that opening series.
Really?
Yeah. Who was the Canadian pitcher, Dan? I'm going to get that thing out of your face there. Who was the Canadian pitcher that the Braves lost at the beginning of the year, their ace?
Don't know.
He was a rookie last year and almost basically won the Cy Young, and then he got injured after like the second game or something this year. And so, the Braves lost a bunch of talent.
Well, it's only plus 118 for the series, so I think that reflects what you're saying.
So the Twins opened at minus 140, and that's gone to like minus 160 now.
Were you talking about Mike Soraka?
Yes, that's exactly who I was thinking of.
I guess they figure the Astros can't cheat this time around, right?
I think I like the under in that first game between Maeda and Greinke. Greinke was horrible down the stretch. He went 3-3, and over his last 7 games, he posted a 5.47 ERA. But obviously, he has the track record and pedigree to be dominant. I mean, he pitched in a World Series Game 7. So this moment isn't going to be too big for him. If anything, it's going to be too small. And Maeda, he's been just lights out for the Twins. And one other thing that I was going to bring up here is that these teams, none of them have faced each other in the regular season because of the scheduling, etc.
Yeah.
And so that also works in favor of the bullpens because they're able to strategize because these teams haven't seen anything yet. You know what I mean? So I think that also benefits the pitching and the bullpens. These teams having not seen any of these pitchers, etc. So, yeah.
They can't cover that, Travis Kelce.
I actually have Travis Kelce to score a touchdown at plus 120. That's one of my prop plays.
30-yard pass there.
It'll happen. Mahomes likes to hook them up because, like, they got a thing. So Mahomes always tries to hook them up, especially towards the ending games.
Well, I just figured, like, he's a big body, right? You get down in the end zone, he can win those 50-50 balls.
Oh, I mean, I was just talking about, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, right?
100%.
Best of our generation.
I also have Mahomes over rushing yards, 17.5.
I'm on both team total overs.
Oh, yeah, I'm on the full game over, 54.5, so.
Yeah, I should have did that too, but I'm on every which way over.
Yeah. Like I said already, defense has just been trash this year. And these are, like, arguably probably the 2 best teams in the league, so they're going to put up
What did you guys
points.
think of, Dan, I'll ask you, what did you think of Tampa Bay? Now, that was their 3rd game. Brady had 3 touchdowns, 297 yards. You know,
I didn't watch it. I did see one of his touchdowns was a nice throw, but I mean, I'd have to actually see the whole game to give a good opinion.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole game either. I don't know.
Because like I know how they are in the NFL. Like someone can have a good game and it not actually be a good game. So you have to you kind of have to really read between the lines with some of these guys.
that was in Denver. 297 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Denver?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, so they were playing what, a backup quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Actually, 2 backup quarterbacks as they actually put in Rippon.
That's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
how
Beat up defense.
how it's going on the other end obviously impacts you too, and how you're going to play and all that.
Yeah, I guess you got to take that with a grain of salt for sure. But
I mean, I'm not trying to discount it too much. I mean,
it's also
seem like they're
significant.
going to be in it.
yeah, it was a
Like-
significant improvement from game 1, no matter even
Their
considering the
defense is for
competition.
real. I think their defense is for real. Like they are going to have a couple guys in their defense that are going to be like sack machines, that type of thing. So you're
Mhm.
going to see like certain teams that they match up against. Like certain quarterbacks are going to have a really hard time, and they're going to have a hard time running against that Tampa Bay defense.
Mhm.
I believe is from what I've seen.
And don't you think the addition of Fournette is also?
Definitely understated.
Yeah. I mean,
No
he
doubt.
makes the teams more honest. You know what I mean? We
He's-
lost
he's-
AM. AM, we've lost. There it is.
He's a freak athlete,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, he is for sure.
It's just a matter of getting the head screwed on right and it being well composed with the team. Oh,
Hey Dan,
That
did
was
you have a play on Tampa Dallas?
And what?
In Tampa Dallas, the NHL game?
No, I just
No.
played the over tonight.
I do.
Oh, you have the over in the NFL?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, hopefully they can get another one here.
I'm on the Stars, but only for a little bit because I have a future on Dallas, and I'm just like hedging myself.
You have. Sorry, you
plus-
have the Stars on a future.
No, that I have the Lightning on a future.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
Great.
betting the Stars tonight,
I see.
trying to
Got
avoid
it. Yeah.
having to bet the Stars again tomorrow,
Got
so
it.
I could just win my future.
When did you place that one again?
Right before the bubble, like when they announced everything.
Wow.
Touchdown.
I love that. That's so good for me in every way.
Yeah, I'm thinking second half under.
Be careful with that, Nick.
Yeah.
There's one guy that's burned me on that before. Like when I kept chasing
Lamar
under
Jackson.
No, Mahomes. And it was
Yeah.
you remember that Rams Monday night game? That it was like 80 points or something crazy. And it just kept happening. It just kept happening. So
Well, there you go. Patrick Mahomes to Tyreek Hill.
because the reason why I would talk you out of it is that there's definitely a chance the defense could start to show up, but the reason I would is because you have two teams that believe they should be winning this game, right? Like that really want to win this game for a lot of reasons. So
Right.
I think you're going to see them
High motivation levels too.
pull out
even
all
if-
the tricks. that
Right.
type
And
of
even
thing.
if they have a huge lead, to keep burying them no matter what. So that's good advice. That's a good call there.
Well,
But it
there's
is a
only
big-
that one bye spot in the playoffs, so whoever gets first place, that's super important, and this game could basically be the deciding factor there.
Right.
Yeah, it's so much about bragging rights too, about like what happened last year too. Like, the Ravens were the best regular season team, and they, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. So
Right. Well, let's see if Baltimore can respond quickly here. It did last time. It came down. It was like a 95-yard run there. So Kansas City, that was how many minutes was that drive? I mean, really, that's what they need to do is just control this game by keeping Jackson off the field here now.
what number are you seeing for the total?
On the live wagering?
Yeah.
1 sec.
Kansas City team total is probably going to cash before halftime.
Wow.
Yeah, it was 25.
Okay, so it's 65.5. I can get right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it.
Play over?
No, if I was going to do it, it would be probably.
You get the Ravens plus 3.5 now.
I'm seeing 5.5.
Ooh. For the game?
Yeah, what are you seeing money line then? You're seeing like plus 150?
Plus 160.
I have 176.
I'm seeing first half plus 9.5 for the Ravens. Plus 9.5.
All the Stars have to
So
do
they just
is
need
come
one
back.
score here. Plus 9.5.
Dallas Stars down 1-0. They just need to do what they've done all playoffs. Come back one more time and win
In
the
the
game.
final 5 minutes. So Dan, you went out to the casino yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right on.
I met a friend from Pennsylvania. He was up visiting a friend in Michigan. We spent all day there, and it's always good waking up in the morning, going through your tickets, and you finding a couple winners that you don't even remember playing. So I must have been on Discord. I must have been sitting and saw it on Discord. There's 2 player props. Kamara over 54.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking with Bowser about it. Yeah.
And Jones under receiving yards. So, I don't know. I must have decided those were good bets, and I ended up playing them, and I didn't remember until I was going through my tickets this morning. I'm like, what are these?
Those are great. Those are actually better than good. They were great bets, actually. There were no doubters.
We need to somehow, I don't know what to say. Before, when we were streaming, we got really good numbers, and now it just doesn't seem. I mean, I didn't do anything before. I wasn't doing anything special. It just, we always seem to get a few extra dudes and had a few regulars and stuff, but it just, yeah. I'm not sure how we would do that. How could we get more people every time we went live? What could you do? I guess the only way is to have one of these bigger companies help promote. So, yeah. Guess that'll happen eventually. Unless we went live like every single day, you know what I mean? And then it would become more of a, but just having the no schedule thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I won't keep going on about that, but I really want our streams to have.
I tend to agree. You need to go like either live every day or a certain time to like build a particular base, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Group
exactly.
of followers.
I would love to see another touchdown here, obviously. Go Baltimore. So, why don't we talk about something else that we haven't touched on yet? And that is the fact that AM Plus Money went 6-2 with his Friday soccer show picks. That was great, man.
Yes, and we're going to shoot for an even better record on the next show on Friday.
When's your
Even
next,
more
when's
plays.
your next show?
Friday nights, we're going to do the soccer show.
Every Friday.
Friday night?
Yeah, we're going to try and keep it on schedule. It's probably going to have to be
Okay.
later, though, this Friday, because I worked online, so it's probably going to have to be around like 9:30, 10. So that'd be like 7:30-ish Pacific.
Cool.
7-ish.
Perfect. Yeah. And so you were also saying you wanted some of the other insiders to come on. So there's Tampa with a 2-0
Yeah.
lead now.
I want anybody who wants to come on.
Sick.
Come
I'd
hang
love
out.
to see that.
We're gonna
Wow.
have a longer show next time. I'm probably gonna break down every game, even if I don't have a play on it. We'll just talk about it.
So what was your record? You went 3-0 in Premier League.
Yeah, surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Normally,
Yeah,
not
good work.
my not my strength.
Right. Well, you
Try
were
to be
bang
safe
on with
with
that.
the plays, though. No,
I
yeah.
really felt like it was going to be an 8-0.
Yeah, you
But-
know what? The Ren thing, the draw is always tough to get. I did not expect Ren to be strong, but they're going to be a very good team in France this year for sure. They won the game 3-0. And then the other loss was Valencia. They looked awful that whole game. They tied 1-1, but surprised they didn't lose that. They're going to be garbage this year. Guys, how bad those players they lost are affecting the team. So yeah, Valencia is definitely going to be a fade going forward,
Right.
especially on the road. They were garbage on the road last year when they had a good squad. They're going to be even worse this year. So
Huh. Still lots of time left in this first half. So yeah, the video shoot went well with picks and parlays. Dan, when are you up next doing your recorded piece?
Wednesday.
Right on. And so that's at 8 Eastern now.
Yep.
10-yard run on first down.
guy's going to be phenomenal running back in the league.
I know. I was like, the first night we were on the show, I was like saying it the first few runs. I
You
was
were
like, this guy's
loving
gonna be.
Hilaire.
Well, I loved him so much at LSU. Like so much of the success of Joe Burrow, I feel like not that he was the reason Joe Burrow was successful. It's just that he kind of got overshadowed by the passing offense that they had. But I mean, he was. I mean, did you see that one run today where he just kind of just every guy that was attached to him, he just kept dragging forward.
Oh yeah, like the guy's gonna be a beast, 100%.
Yeah, like how many guys can do that?
Not many. And you know what? It's interesting because every year there's like a new rookie RB that steps up, and he's like, it was Kamara a few years ago, and look how Kamara turned out. The guy's the star of the Saints offense. So I think you're right. Hilaire is definitely going to be a prominent piece in this Kansas City offense moving forward.
It's always the guys that I make money off their rushing props. Like last year, all year, Josh Jacobs, Nick Chubb. This year, Hilaire. Like there's just certain guys like I just key in on that are undervalued and just hit them. But I think they're going to try to turn him into like not like a LaDainian Tomlinson, but like a guy that can really catch a lot out of the backfield, like a Kamara, that type of guy. They want him to be dynamic like that because that's really what's going to make Mahomes a lot safer to do what he wants in the pocket if he can catch the ball. Look at that run. It's another 10 yards, 15.
What are your thoughts then on the Ravens in the second half, Greg? If you don't want to touch the over, what are your thoughts on that play?
I just hit Jackson's rushing prop live.
Lamar Jackson, rushing prop?
Yeah, because like he's already got like 30, and he's gonna definitely turn to his legs in the second half, trying to make stuff happen. But I don't know. I can't tell you if they're gonna. They're definitely gonna make a push. I don't know if they're gonna hit the. I have their over in their team total, but
Right.
I'm not at this point. I don't know if it's gonna hit. They have to put up like 19 in the second half if they don't get the ball back.
Well, boys, let's just do the first half. By the end of this season, we're going to have 50 people watching, and we're going to be pushing through all the way through to the end. But until then, just to get content on the channel, just try to be as consistent as we can. I think that's the best we can do.
It doesn't seem like Lamar Jackson's the same passer against this Chiefs defense for whatever reason. Like, I don't know what they're doing that's really causing them not to be able to find people open. Is there any good soccer plays for tomorrow, Ian?
Yeah, I was looking at some, I think it's the Champions League qualifiers.
What's it called?
It's the Champions League qualifiers for a lot of the obscure leagues that they don't get like a spot locked in, but they got to play off for one. I like the price on Olympiacos minus 125 against Ammonia Nicosia. They're a Cyprus team, and they're definitely not as strong as Olympiacos. Olympiacos was they're in Greece. They're your Greek team, Greg.
I know, but where in Greece? Athens?
I have no idea, honestly, but
I know that.
Yeah, they were in Champions League last year. I expect them. They're a strong team. They own the Greek league, so Ammonia Nicosia, like the Cyprus league, is up in the air. They're not even the best team in it, so I definitely think Olympiacos has some good value at minus
Oh,
125. I was also looking at Ferenc Ferencvarosi on against Molde from Norway. I think Ferencvarosi is a better team. They were in the Europa League last year. Molde did not make it. Definitely a stronger team on the Hungarian side, but I have to look into it a bit more. But yeah, those are the two teams I was looking at for tomorrow.
okay. No one I can actually know anything substantial about.
All right.
I would love to see a Kelsey touchdown at the end of this half.
As you said, Greg, Kansas City, is he still the best team for sure? Not even close?
They're still the best. I said it the first night too. I said, "Who's gonna beat this team? Who?"
I've been saying for years that when the New England dynasty falls, Kansas City was going to be the next dynasty, but I was saying that back when Alex Smith was the quarterback. I had no idea what this team would turn into with
Oh,
Patrick
I
Mahomes.
did. I mean,
That
I
was
was
before he
drafting
was even a
Mahomes
thought.
and Kelsey on every single fantasy team. Like, had Kansas
I
City
didn't see it coming.
futures to win the
Wide
Super
open.
Bowl.
Wide open.
There it is, touchdown.
Wow. Right down the middle?
I need Kelsey, but that's good for my over. I'll take the over in the Kansas City money line if Kelsey
There
doesn't
was
pan out.
so when it all clicked for me was there was a comeback that Mahomes had his first year against Denver. I forget when. I think it was like a Monday or Sunday night game, and I just remember watching the throws that he was making, and I mean, just like the naked eye test, you just saw him play, and you just instantly knew like this guy is making passes that no one can make, and he's making them with ease. And like, dude, he was like better than any quarterback I've ever seen. I knew right from that instant. I was like, this guy is going to be a stud. And then he never looked back from that game. I think it was that Denver game, and he never looked back ever. It's crazy, and that's the Kansas City team total.
Butker almost missed that one. Like he missed the first extra point, and then his last two extra points have just been so close to that right post.
Talk about a Hail Mary. Did you see that? He didn't even look. Like, he just threw that up. He was like, there's only one guy that's fast enough to get to this one. He's pretty underrated too, McCall Hardman. It's hard to get a lot of receptions when you have people as reliable as Kelsey, and you know what I mean? Like, you don't see as many, targets, but that guy's a playmaker.
Well, maybe Baltimore can come back and make it 27-17 at halftime.
Actually, I just got early paid out on the money line.
Are you on Baltimore?
I realized that.
Who's on Baltimore? I know a lot of people. Everyone I feel like is on Baltimore. I was saying that to Legion.
I was on the Chiefs money line.
Oh, that's nice. I'm only on the spread with them. And
at Bet365, I get an early payout when they take a 17-point lead. So
what's funny
not
is
looking at it, but I got that for sure.
But I did the Wong teasers again this week, and it was only 3 of them, but they all cashed. And the last leg of them is the Chiefs plus 10. Like,
I know somebody who was waiting on a huge parlay and the last game was the Chiefs plus 10.
Really?
Wow.
Should have been minus
nice.
10.
Yeah. Still would have covered.
Were any of you guys on the Saints last night?
I wrote a whole article about Green Bay Packers money line and plus 3.
Oh my gosh, I wish I read it.
Oh yeah,
No,
I also had Kamara 2 touchdowns, 2+ touchdowns.
That was smart.
He has 2 in every game this year, 6 touchdowns on the year.
There's my
So
guy.
I'm playing that going forward. I had Aaron Jones' first touchdown, didn't pan out, but next week I'm going to be looking at Alan Lazard's to score a touchdown. The guy had a game and a half, and he had a good week last week too. It looks like Rodgers is trying to get him more involved in the offense. So I could see Lazard being a big piece as long as Adams is out. Is that a
Did you see
fumble?
Yep.
Oh my
I think
god.
it is.
Yep.
If it was Tom Brady, it'd be a tuck, but.
You're just not gonna let that one go, are you?
35-10. Can I get this Kelsey touchdown?
Wow.
I just love saying that every time there's a questionable fumble like that. It's just like,
Baltimore
No,
Always
looks
that's
like
got
the
to bend the rules
Browns.
for Brady.
Baltimore looks like the Browns
it's true,
here.
though.
Looks terrible. I think the Browns could put up a better fight than Baltimore in this. The way
There's
Baltimore is now
there's
2-1.
Yeah, there's a lot.
You know
of
that they
teams
have a
will-
winning record for the first time
I think even the Titans.
in so
A
long.
lot
I think it's
better.
like 10 years or something. Above
The
500
Chargers
record.
gave Kansas a run for their money last week. But I think Justin Herbert's going to be really good.
The Chargers have also been like pound for pound, like a really good NFL team for like in recent history, like the past couple of years. Like it wasn't too long ago, if you remember, that Phillip Rivers was getting screwed on calls against the Patriots in a playoff game that he lost his cool at. And if anyone remembers where Phillip Rivers was flipping out in that game that they lost against the Patriots in his last playoff appearance with the Chargers. But that team was like pound for pound almost as good as any team that year. I mean, they could have made a run. You could have argued at the Super Bowl had they won that game.
Oh, that's just the luck of the draw with Brady.
Yeah, you run into Belichick at the wrong, the NFL will do anything for money, man.
You gotta beat Nick Foles or Eli Manning to beat Brady in a Super Bowl, or else it's not happening.
Better watch out. They're
Nick
gonna
Foles had a big game last week, with the Bears.
Yeah, he's the new starter they announced today. Looks like Trubisky lost his job for the year.
Yeah, he'll start again. Foles won't make
He'll
it.
never start.
Foles won't make
Nick,
it one year.
You glad I talked you out of that total? Not yet.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good call. The way you broke that down, and yeah, I think that Kansas City, Baltimore is going to be trying as hard as it can here now to get back in it, and Kansas City isn't going to have any mercy.
Yeah, you got to imagine Kansas City's probably going to play a little bit soft on the defensive side in the second half. But I mean, I'd like to see all their games. How many? Like, who has scored a lot of points on Kansas City? Anybody?
The Ravens did, last year when they played at Kansas City. It was like 30,
No, I meant this year.
28. This year, well, they've only
20 and
played
20.
this
And
is
one
now
was
the
an
third
OT.
game.
They've given up 20 each game. So
Well,
they haven't,
I mean,
given up 3 touchdowns against a single team. That should have been a touchdown.
Oh no.
They're going for the jugular. He tried to Odell that. That's pretty hard running at that speed to do that.
Yeah.
Dude, isn't it crazy like how far Mahomes will run back when he like hikes it? Like he'll run back like 15 yards and throw it, like snap throw it 25 yards through the middle.
So, are they going to go for the end zone?
No.
They're kicking it.
Yeah.
So, 40 points. Wow. Unbelievable.
I don't know. Don't trust Shea Booker tonight.
Let's check the total here.
Yeah, you want to
Hey,
hear
let's see if he hooks it to the right again.
Big T was on the alternate line plus 160 over 60, alternate line plus over 65 plus 275,
good, he
and
missed it.
alternate line plus 70 plus 450 on this game.
Hooks it to the left this time.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. And he was on both team totals over and the over. And Mahomes' yardage over, which already cashed almost.
That's
pretty
nuts.
much.
Could definitely happen though.
He is about to take like 15 units off this one game.
I don't know. Was that good?
Says wide left.
No. He's been struggling.
Gentlemen, let's call it a stream.
Yeah, yo. Good
All
times.
right.
All right. Have a good night.
Peace
Yo,
out.
check out your soccer stream on Friday.
Yes, absolutely. Don't miss the
Join
soccer.
it.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely popping the chat
Okay.
for sure.
All right. Thanks,
I
Dan.
don't know enough about soccer. If I knew more about soccer, I would join. I'd just be a commentary host.
That's fine.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right, see you guys.
Peace out.
All right. See you